He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight. Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page. With a cowboy hat and a wild red heart, he's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, taking down hate and bringing the joy. From pile drivers to a power bomb kiss, ain't nothing sweeter than a suplex bliss. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. He's breaking the rules, but he's always true. This cowboy's heart bleeds red, white, and blue. Turn up the heat when the lights go low. He's calling matches like a rodeo show, with a rebel soul and a wild man's grin. If you step to the mic, you ain't gonna win. He's got love for the stories and love for the fight. Late night talks under neon lights. He'll walk that line between rough and refined. Dr. Love's got a lariat and a mastermind. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, running on passion, not just a ploy. With fire in his voice and truth in his eyes, he's calling it live where the legend lies. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. From the buckle to the brawl, he stands so tall. Dr. Love's here to give it his all. So raise your glass to the rebel host, to the cowboy doctor we all love most. From heartbreak heels to fan favorite cheers, he's been riding with wrestling for all these years. Dr. Love, the American cowboy. This ain't just a show, it's a power bomb blow. He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight. Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page. With a cowboy hat and a wild red heart, he's been loving wrestling from the very start.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth
booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that heat. Every finish.
What's going on, everyone? Aaron Loves Wrestling Podcast here, and I am here to talk about WWE SummerSlam. That's right. Finally got to watch it at a crazy work weekend, busy work weekend, and I didn't get a chance to watch it until night one yesterday, and then I finished night two today. So, along watching Raw last night. So, I didn't get to talk about it yet, but here are my thoughts about WWE SummerSlam. So, I just got a question.
Are you ready? No, I said, are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into. I just gotta say, I thought SummerSlam was great. I thought SummerSlam night one and night two, and I loved the night one and night two uh, thing WWE's got going on, splitting up the nights before 5 hour shows, and then getting night one night, and night two. I love that about WrestleMania. Now we got that about SummerSlam. I read a report that they're talking about doing that for for Royal Rumble and I think Money in the Bank. So TKO likes the uh, night one and night two deal. So it looks like possibly in the future this might be more pay-per-views or PLEs for WWE will be night one and night two. So I I like it. I like it especially for SummerSlam and WrestleMania. I don't think I like it far as every PLE. Maybe Royal Rumble, but not even Royal Rumble calls for it. In my opinion, Royal Rumble's that uh, not that long. You got the men's and the women's Royal Rumble with a couple matches in between. So in my opinion, Royal Rumble doesn't need it. But WrestleMania SummerSlam, I think should be the two PLEs because WrestleMania is their big event. They go home for the year where stories come to an end and all that. And SummerSlam is kind of the same, probably second to WrestleMania. So I say just for WrestleMania and for SummerSlam. All the other PLEs can just stay night one or one night. So that's my thoughts on that topic. But let's get into my thoughts on SummerSlam. What a night. We had a great SummerSlam night. They had about 50,000 people, 50 to 55,000 people in the crowd. That's a good number for WWE, especially for SummerSlam. But we kicked night one off with the tag team match with Roman Reigns. I said Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
That's right. We kicked off Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Uh, this match was a great match, a great tag team match, and Roman and Jey go well together. I love the beginning of the match, especially after all the entrances. When we got Roman and Jey in the middle of the ring, and then they're kind of looking at each other like, let's run it back and let's do the yeet thing again. And then you got Roman Reigns even yeeting in the ring with Jey Uso. So I thought that was really cool to see. And I love seeing this side of Roman Reigns. It's great to see this side of Roman Reigns come out of him when he comes in and uh, brings out this, I guess, fun side of him, you can say. And seeing him in there with Jey Uso doing the yeet, I mean, that was fun to see. So it's fun to see this side of Roman Reigns. We also got uh, Roman and Roman Reigns doing a over the top rope type suicide dive over the onto Braun and Bronson Reed. And that was, man, Roman Reigns can jump, man. He's got hops. I mean, just seeing him jump that high, and he almost like over jumped them. He kind of missed them by a couple, almost missed them by a couple inches, like right over him. So Roman Reigns can wrestle, man. A lot of them people out there say Roman Reigns can't wrestle. He can't this, he can't that, man. That looks like Will Ospreay move out there. Seeing Roman Reigns fly over the top rope like that. But you got this match coming in to an end. Roman Reigns took the spear from Braun Breaker when he was lining up to hit Jey Uso with the spear. Roman Reigns stepped right in and took it. And Jey Uso got the finisher and pinned Roman Reigns. And then you had Roman and Jay at the ring afterwards. Jey Uso putting the Ula Fala on Roman Reigns, them doing the one up. The bloodline is back, y'all. The bloodline is back. So I can't wait to see what's in store in the future. We also had this past Monday night on Raw. Last night, we had Roman Reigns come out after the World Heavyweight title match, and he was attacking Seth Rollins and company. So we'll see what that takes place here in the future. I'll give my Raw review here later as well after this review. But yeah, Roman Reigns come out at the end of the show on Raw, and he attacked Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, which we'll get here later. So we'll see where that takes place for Roman and Seth. Maybe it'll lead to a World Championship match. But we'll see. So next, we got the WWE Women's Tag Team match, which I had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss winning this match. They got a good thing going. They're a great team, in my opinion. I enjoy Flair and Bliss as a tag team. I think they work well together. So it's really good to see these two pair up and win the women's tag team titles. The women's tag team division honestly needs more teams. There's not a lot of teams to compete in this tag team division for the women. I mean, you got Charlotte Flair and Alexa that just put together, which is a great combo. They're working well together. And it's really helped for Charlotte's case. A lot of the fans are getting behind her now. Instead of booing her like they did when she went up against Tiffany Stratton, even soon after Tiffany Stratton. So now she is teaming up with Alexa, it has brought that love for Charlotte back with the WWE Universe. But you don't got a lot of teams. I mean, we had Raquel and Roxanne. We have, who else does the women have in the tag team division? I can't really name off a whole lot of them. I mean, you could probably do Maxine and Natalia. You could probably do who is Ivy now tag teaming with? I forgot. But the women's tag team division doesn't really have a lot. I mean, I can hardly name any tag teams right now. When the men's, I can name off several. You got White Six, Mercy Machine Guns, Street Profits, Fraxium, Judgment Day, War Raiders. I mean, the list goes on of tag teams I can name for the men's, but the women's, they just ain't got a lot. So having these titles, it's good if you're going to build solid tag teams in this division. So that's what I think should happen with WWE is they should build some more solid tag teams for the women's division because it is very, very, very weak. I'm not trying to complain about that. It's just it needs more teams to create a stronger division for the women's tag team division. We need more teams, more women paired up together. You even got Zarya and Sol Ruka. You got the Kabuki Warriors, so there's some other tag teams, but it needs more. I mean, Raw with the men's, you got two separate tag teams. SmackDown's is a little stronger than Raw's, but you still got two separate tag teams. With the women, you ain't got a whole lot. But I like this match. You got some great wrestling in this match. You had Flair and Bliss again come out with the win, and everyone's getting behind this team. I am too. I enjoy this team. So we'll see where this takes place and who will be next in line to challenge Flair and Bliss for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Might have the Kabuki Warriors, Zarya and Sol Ruka I mean, there's a few tag teams that could challenge, but not a whole lot. Next, we got one of my favorite matches of night one. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. And I've been reading reports online that Karrion Kross contract is coming up soon. I'll get into that a little bit more after I discuss this match. But Karrion Kross, he is a top attraction, like a top. Everybody wants Kross, okay? But I see some people on social media like, I don't know why nobody wants Kross. He's a mid card at best. Blah blah blah. No, he's not. You go out there and you see the crowd. We want Kross. The hashtags on social media. We want Kross. Carrying Kross' shirt is one of the top selling shirts in WWE. Top 10 at least, but I think it's top 5. Karrion Kross is the attraction in WWE. How is this man not in top storylines, not in the world title picture? I mean, Sami Zayn's a good storyline, but other storylines. I'm talking about the world heavyweight title picture. Get into that a little bit more after this match, because I could go on a rant for this for hours. But Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn was a great match. Karrion Kross trying to bring out the dark side in Sami Zayn. He's trying to pull out that darkness in Sami Zayn, and Sami's not at first. He's conflicted. He kind of seems like he gives in a little bit, and he's like no. But towards the end of the match, Scarlett offered Sami Zayn a steel pipe. While the referee was distracted for Sami Zayn to use on Karrion Kross. And Sami Zayn, he was looking at it, he was conflicted. He was like, should I not? But he didn't. He threw the pipe away. And then Kross took advantage of that and attacked on it. But then Sami Zayn came back, hit the Helluva kick, and he defeated Kross 1, 2, 3. This was a great feud. I don't think it should go on anymore. I think it should end right now. Let's do something else. Let's re-sign Kross to a long-term contract. And get Sami Zayn moving on to something else. And then let's sign Karrion Kross and get him in the world title picture. He can easily go up against Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight Championship. He can easily go up against maybe even Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. But he needs to be in the world title picture. Karrion Kross is something special you don't come across, no pun intended, you don't come across very often. Karrion Kross, everyone's chanting his name. We want Kross. They're hashtagging on social media. We want Kross. Karrion Kross is like, man, I hear you. I hear all y'all. But the problem is that WWE Creative and Triple H does not hear Karrion Kross. The crowd was chanting, we want Kross, when Triple H came out and talked after night one. The crowd was chanting, we want Kross. We want Kross. You can hear it clear as day. Karrion Kross should be re-signed with WWE. If he's not, if they have nothing for him, then Karrion Kross can go on and sign with AEW. Karrion Kross can go maybe even sign with TNA. But I'd like to see him in AEW. Karrion Kross needs to have that world title push. Karrion Kross is the top attraction right now in professional wrestling. We want Kross chants. Everybody getting the Kross shirt. They're out in the crowd with the "We want Kross" signs, chanting "We want Kross." Anytime his music hits and he comes out or he's on the screen, he's giving a promo, the crowd pops. You can't tell me that this man's not a top attraction. Why did Triple H? I want someone to explain this to me. Why did Triple H sign Karrion Kross 3 years ago? In the past 3 years, Kross is being with WWE. As soon as Triple H took over, he brought Karrion Kross back along with many others. But what has Kross done? What has Triple H done with Karrion Kross? What has he done with him since he assigned him? Not much. He was his top guy in NXT when it was NXT Black and Gold. He was the NXT champion, but and then he was upset when Cross got basically ruined by Vince McMahon. Cross was upset. Triple H signed Karrion Kross back 3 years ago. And when Cross came back in his return, you had him you had him stare down Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship when Roman Reigns was WWE Undisputed Champion at the time. So that gave me the goosebumps. Like, man, Karrion Kross finally going to get in that world title picture. But that went nowhere. And then since then, he has, in my opinion, hasn't been done much. Has not been in any top storylines or feuds that should be in. I mean, you have this one with Sami Zayn. I thought that one was good. You had the one with AJ Styles. But since then, what Triple H and the creative done with Karrion Kross? It's not Karrion Kross's fault. Can't blame Karrion Kross. Kross is doing everything he can to get himself over with the crowd, and he's doing it. And what the problem is creative don't want to do it. They got their other plans with Seth Rollins. They got their other plans with other talent, and that's fine. But you need to add Karrion Kross in that mix. Having Kross go in with a feud with Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, that feud would be great. Maybe even have LA Knight and Kross chase Rollins for that title. I'm not saying he has to win. He doesn't have to win. As Ric Flair once said on his podcast, or he said somewhere, that it's not about wins or losses, it's about what you leave with the crowd. What do they remember coming out of your match? And with Kross, whether he wins or loses, as much frustrating as it is when I see him lose, he still gives me a great match. He still gives me a great promo. He still gives me a great when I walk away, like, I want more of Karrion Kross. I want more of him in the ring. I want more of him on the mic. I want more of him in the stories. That is what Karrion Kross gives me every single time I see him on my television in WWE. So again, if he's not being used in WWE, you're not going to get pushed. There's no real creative, nothing for creative to do with him in WWE. Then Kross, in my opinion, should walk and go somewhere else. TNA wouldn't be bad. I love TNA, and I think he'd be a great addition to the roster. It could be a great addition, especially with the TNA World Championship mix. Go back there, be Killer Kross again. But I would love to see him in AEW. One of my good friends, Mind Runner, shout out to him for Dynamite Download Podcast. Everything about AEW, he pitched a good idea. That Kross team up with the Righteous in AEW. Imagine that. That'd be an amazing trio. Not only could they compete in the trios division in AEW, but then I could see them helping Kross winning top singles titles in AEW. That would be great for Kross to team with the Righteous in AEW and go for the AEW World Championship or the International Championship or the Continental Championship, and then Righteous goes for the tag team titles, or all three of them go for the trios titles, something like that. But Kross is a top talent. He's a top draw. I think he should stay in WWE, and WWE should push him. But if they got nothing for him, then if Kross needs to ask, pretty much demand, like, okay, I've been through the trenches. Been a quote unquote good soldier and put people over, done this, done that. Now I want my time. And this is what he should put in his contract. So WWE has they're obligated, that they have to live up to their end of the contract and push Karrion Kross. That's just me. Karrion Kross should be pushed heavily. He should be in the world title mix. He should be in top stories. There's many wrestlers he could do good stories with. I mean, how can you drop the ball with Karrion Kross? I just don't understand. So, like I said, I could talk about that all night, but moving on. Moving on. Take a little water break. Okay. Moving on to the next match, we had the WWE Women's Championship with Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I honestly had Jade Cargill coming out of this match as the victor. I had her coming out a winner in this match. Jade Cargill is also another talent that is really good. Really good wrestler, really good promo skills. And Jade Cargill, in my opinion, with this build and everything, she should have won the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam. I don't know why they stuck with Tiffany Stratton. Nothing against her. I think she's great as well. But Jade Cargill, in my opinion, it was her time. And imagine that. Naomi and Jade Cargill, your women's world champions in WWE. Naomi on Raw with the Women's World Championship, Jade Cargill on SmackDown. Imagine the stories you could do with that with Bianca Belair for either one. But Jade Cargill should have came on top in this one. This was a good match. It's a good, about roughly 8 to 10 minute match. Stratton won, did her prettiest moonsault on Jade Cargill and won the match. But Jade Cargill, she needs to be, she should be WWE Women's Champion right now. I don't know why they kept it on Tiffany Stratton. I don't know why. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know who's going to take the title off Stratton, but should have been, in my opinion, Jade Cargill. The only thing I can think of is that they're going to wait. Maybe put the belt on Bianca Belair, build that matchup for WrestleMania next year, and then maybe that's when Jade Cargill will win the title. Maybe. But I think she should have won it tonight. Maybe they're waiting to pull that trigger later in a bigger event at a better time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to wait it out, but Jade Cargill needs to win the WWE Women's Championship soon. Like I said, having Naomi and Jade Cargill as the Women's World Champions, I think that would be great. I think that would have been great for WWE. But Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton gave us a great match. Gave us a great match in this one. So can't really complain too much. And hopefully WWE will put the title on Jade Cargill Hill soon. And not the United States, not the Intercontinental Women's World Championship. Because she's that type. She's really great. Now we have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And going into this, I was wondering, because I love Jelly Roll and his music. But I was curious. I'm like, man, let's see what he does. And man, did Jelly Roll show up and show out. Jelly Roll he impressed me in the ring. Jelly Roll impressed me with his moves, taking the dive from Logan Paul, selling the emotion in the ring. I mean, Jelly Roll showed up. I would not mind having Jelly Roll back in a WWE ring soon. And a lot of people are complaining. A lot of people are complaining and saying all this negative stuff. But just think. If that were you, wouldn't you take that opportunity from WWE and get in the ring and have a wrestling match? Especially if you're a fan and now you're a celebrity and the WWE is like, yeah, we want you. Let's get a match. We'll do this. And it was a tag team match. So he didn't have to do much. But for what he did, it sold it. What's going on, Smith? How you doing? Nice for you to join me. What are your thoughts on SummerSlam? Comment below. But Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. This was a great match. McIntyre Paul won, which I was kind of shocked. I thought they'd give it to Orton and Jelly Roll, but we'll see where this takes us. Jelly Roll hit his goal in getting under 300 pounds for this match. He was at 299, which I thought was very impressive. And I thought that was great for someone like him to do, especially for me as a personal trainer. I love seeing people get healthy and get better for themselves. So seeing Jelly Roll do this and achieve his goal, and hopefully he has bigger goals and getting and still keep dropping that weight. But seeing him in this match, bro, the son of a sinner, Jelly Roll, son of a sinner, Jelly Roll, I thought this match was great and he impressed me. And like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing another match of Jelly Rolls again. Orton and Jelly Roll did great in this match, along with Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And I can go on about Logan Paul. He at first, years ago, when he first got in the WWE, I was like, oh no. I had my doubts. But I ate my words and I apologize because Logan Paul has been one of the best, in my opinion, celebrity wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling, but especially WWE. Especially WWE. Logan Paul, he is great selling emotion in the ring, outside of the ring, on the mic. He puts it out there when he does his dive. At first, when he grabbed those prime bottles and he kind of smashed them, I thought he was about to do a Stone Cold thing when Stone Cold does with his beer, but he didn't. But still, him jumping the way he did on the Jelly Roll taking that bump, doing that frog splash on him, that was amazing. I thought that was really great. Again, for Jelly Roll to take that. And then the emotion he sold after that, when the referees, everybody was helping him. And he was just kind of looking in the ring, looking crushed, looking defeated. And all of a sudden, he just like, when Orton was getting beat on, he just kind of shoved the security, everything to everybody to the side. And it's like, no, I'm going in. I ain't going down like that. He kept fighting. They put the loss, but still Jelly rolled again. He sold the emotion. He took the bumps. And that's what, to me, that's something to me that he has something in professional wrestling. You don't get that a lot. But Jelly Roll is really good at doing what he did in the was really good at what he did in the ring. Selling the emotion. He even had some good moves in the ring. Took the bumps. So props to Jelly Roll for all that. And I'm glad he got to fulfill one of his dreams in wrestling in WWE. Hopefully we'll see him one more time. Jelly Roll, if you're listening, let's see if we can get one more match at you. Maybe at WrestleMania. Night 2 of SummerSlam is a big W. Yeah. Night 2 was a big W. I thought Night 1 was good too. But Night 2 did deliver. Now we're going into the main event. The World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther versus CM Punk. And hold up. We got to acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
Acknowledge me.
Devin, what's up, brother? I got to see you on the Raw. On Monday Night Raw, rewatched it, and I saw you on the big screen. Well, little screen on my tablet, but still, the big screen. I was like, man, I hate it. I couldn't make that watch along to be there to join you, but congrats, brother. That was awesome to see you on Raw, the reaction to Brock Lesnar's return. So I am happy for you, bro. Happy for you. That was awesome to see. And shout out to Guy for getting the clip and posting it. Shout out to Guy for that one. But into the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther versus CM Punk. It was a great match, in my opinion. Gunther versus Punk. They had a great match back and forth in the ring with the counters and selling. And then there's some point in the match where Gunther supposedly got injured. One of the bumps there. And he's going to be out. They announced on Raw he's going to be out indefinitely. Hopefully he can make his return because would love to see him face the man who returned on night 2, which we will get here later. But hopefully Gunther is okay and he gets a speedy recovery because I'd like to see Gunther back. He's a great talent. So, but CM Punk comes out the victor. He wins. He's got the the emotion, the tears, and then all of a sudden you hear the words, "Burn it down," and then you just see it on Punk's face. He was like, "Oh no." He just knew it. You saw it on Punk's face, like the joy and the soul just got sucked out of him. And then he just turns and looks at the ramp. Rollins comes out, his little crutches start hobbling out. And then he turns around, drops the crutches, and he takes off his jacket, runs down the ring with the briefcase in hand, cashes in, and then defeats Punk to ruin the moment, and to win the world championship. Seth Rollins, to me, is one of the best heels in the business. And him just coming out like that, cashing in, and stealing that moment, it was wild. It was wild. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. And yes, it was a crazy cash in. I didn't want to believe the people saying the injury was work. I was like, no, it's not work. You saw how he landed when he came down in the ring. Because it kind of had similar to what AJ Styles had last year when he was out for a long while. And I was like, nah, this is legit. This ain't no work. This is legit. This is legit. I agree. We hate you, Seth Rollins. We hate you. Just wait till Roman Reigns gets his hands on you, Seth Rollins. Just wait. The tribal chief is coming for that title. Just wait. He's coming. But yeah, you had Seth Rollins cash in the Money in the Bank contract and is now your new World Heavyweight Champion. So now we have to hear that annoying laugh from Seth Rollins with the World Championship. Maybe Jey Uso can save us. Maybe. But I think Roman Reigns would be cool. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 42. Main event night 2. We can have Cody versus Punk for the WWE Championship. Main event night 1. I think that could be our main event for night 1 and night 2. Cody versus Punk for the WWE Championship, and then you got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. A lot of people want Punk versus Rollins, and then Roman versus Cody 3. I don't know if I want that. I wouldn't mind Punk versus Rollins. There's a story, especially now. But you still got the long story and long-term booking with Roman versus Seth Rollins. I mean, who is the one that hit Roman in the back? Seth Rollins with the Shield. Who turned on Roman Reigns first? Seth Rollins with the Shield. To sell out the Triple H at the time and the best for business so he can be the champion. The story, the long-term booking is there. Who is the one that screwed Roman Reigns out of the Royal Rumble? Seth Rollins. Who's the one that's been a thorn in Roman's side for years? Seth freaking Rollins. So, I say we have Cody versus Punk for the WWE Championship. You can tell a story there. Punk wins the Royal Rumble. He goes on to decide who he wants to face, Rollins or Cody. But he makes the unpredictable decision in facing Cody Rhodes. And then you can build that story. Then that leaves Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. They might have planted the seed after Monday Night on Raw. Like I said, I'll be doing another review on that here later. But Punk versus Cody, Rollins versus Roman. I think that would be great for WrestleMania. But we'll see. We shall see. Let's see what we got going on. Punk versus Seth versus Rollins. Wait, Punk versus Rollins. Cody versus Gunther, maybe. Cody versus Gunther would be bad. That'd be a good one for the WWE Championship. Punk versus Seth Rollins, Cody versus Gunther. I think that Punk versus Rollins is there, because again they have that heated beef with one another, and who's to say that's really legit or not? But I still think Roman versus Seth, bro. I mean, I think that would be great. But Punk versus or Cody versus Gunther, that would be an interesting one. I wouldn't mind that one. Yeah, that'd be a good one there. LA Knight, yeah. Cody versus Gunther. Yep, Randy. Cody versus Gunther, Randy, triple threat. Cody, Gunther, Randy. That'd be a big one. But I'm tired. I don't want to see a triple threat again. Let's have Cody go 1-on-1 with either Gunther or Randy. I don't want to see a triple threat again. We don't need triple threat after triple threat after triple threat. So now we're going to night 2. Night 2. Triple H kicks off the night. Calls it the greatest SummerSlam in history of WWE. It's debatable. Especially after night 2. Night 1 and night 2 were both solid, and night 2 really was solid. You get the Women's World Championship kicking off the night with Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky in a triple threat. This was a good, solid 15-ish minutes match. About 15 minutes, roughly. And this match was really, really good. Again, triple threat. This match was really great when you had the triple threat with Rhea, Io, and Bianca at WrestleMania. That was a great match. And then they had delivered here when it was Naomi as the champion. And I really thought Rhea Ripley was going to come out with the win on this one. But, again, I was wrong. Naomi retained and retained her women's championship. And speaking of Naomi, she came out with her dad, who I did not know played guitar, playing the theme to her music, which I thought that was cool to see and really special. I know they enjoyed that spot. But seeing that was really good. I thought that was really good. Like I said, did not know her dad could play guitar. But it was a great match. Ripley and Sky, they kind of teamed up on Naomi there for a little bit, but then that soon failed, as they all do. It was a great match all the way through, some good spots and great wrestling, and then the exciting finish, and then Naomi got to roll up on Rhea Ripley, who I did not see taking the pin. If anyone, I thought it'd be Io Sky. Or Rhea Ripley pinning Naomi, one of those two. But Rhea Ripley taking the pin, that was a shocker. And then Rhea Ripley after posted on X/Twitter saying, "I hate SummerSlam." Because last year she got screwed over for the Women's World Championship by Dom, and then as she did in this triple threat match. So, but this was a good women's match. This was good. I really enjoyed this match. This was a great match. Moving on to the tag team match, which I said it all week long. This match was going to steal the night. Now, we'll get to what happened and the main event later on, all that stuff, and the big return. But the WWE Tag Team title match for the TLC match with the White Six, DIY, Street Profits, Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, and Andrade Ray Phoenix. This match was fantastic. I mean, one of my favorite moments was Axiom's Spanish Fly off the top rope through the tables. That was awesome. But there were so many. I mean, the DDT on the table with Johnny Gargano. The Dexter Lumis jumping what he did onto the table. Ray Phoenix doing his jump over the ring post onto the table. I mean, this was just had high fly spots everywhere. It was awesome. It was amazing. I enjoyed every second of this match. To me, it was just a 5 solid stall match. This TLC match was amazing. You had Wyatt Six, though, Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy retaining the WWE Tag Team titles with the assistance of the Wyatt Six and Uncle Howdy. This was, again, a great match. We'll see what is in store. I would like to see Uncle Howdy in some top stories. Imagine Uncle Howdy and Karrion Kross in a story. Imagine that. That would be great. That would have been great. But this was again, solid match. Tag team matches. This match, again, this one was amazing all the way through from start to finish. I love this match very much. And now we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. No DQ, no count out, and a last chance match for Lyra Valkyria with the Intercontinental Women's Championship. And I seriously thought Lyra was going to come out the victor on this one because of that stipulation. Surely they won't have her lose and she can't challenge again. But if Becky Lynch loses the belt at some point, then Lyra could probably go back and go compete for the title. But one thing that was really a good standout, and one thing I want to really touch on, is the new theme by Becky Lynch. It wasn't Death Rebel, thank God. It was a band called the Wonder Years, which I had to go and look at some of the music. They got some really good music. I was jamming to them the other day in my workout yesterday in my workout, because after I heard that they were her new theme, I had to go listen to more of their music, because I wanted to listen to see what this band was about. I enjoyed them. Great music, and their theme for her was great. And I wonder if this is the step for WWE, the first step, or many, for them to start using artists for the themes instead of Death Rebel. Every time I hear Death Rebel, there's a few themes that stick out. There's a few themes. Like Roman Reigns, obviously. Even Roman Reigns does. Solo Sikoa does. Even Jey Uso. There's a few themes that stand out, but there's some that are just so similar. I got to take a look. Like, who's that? Oh, okay. I mean, I remember back in the day, with all the themes that we had with wrestlers back in the day, when you heard the glass shatter, Stone Cold, you knew who was coming out. When you heard If You Smell, it was The Rock. If you heard Time to Play the Game, it was The Game. If you heard Shawn Michaels intro, it was Shawn Michaels. You heard Randy Orton's, whether it was Burning My Light or Voices, you knew it was Randy Orton. But this Death Rebel, man, they are, man, I love Mikey Ruckus in AEW. He got great themes over there. WWE needs to get rid of Death Rebel and start using somebody. Use artists. You got the money. I mean, you just signed a $5 billion deal with Netflix. You got all this money coming in from Saudi when you do a show every year. You got all this money coming in from all the ticket sales. Invest that into some good music for themes. Buy the rights to them. Allow wrestlers to pick out some music for their themes, like you did back in the day. I mean, there were some themes back in the day just stood out. You knew who it was. As soon as that music hit, you knew who it was. You knew it was Ric Flair coming down. You knew it was Triple H. You knew it was Batista. You knew it was Randy Orton. Evolution, when they was a team, they came out. DX, Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Kane, even Undertaker. All these themes that Jim Johnson wrote and created. And not only that these artists created and performed. That is what we need back in WWE. I mean, I wouldn't mind even Titantron videos, the video edits in their themes, but at least get the themes back to what it was. Because I want to see some wrestlers like in their themes, just it stands out and it works with them. A lot of this Death Rebel stuff, man, there's a lot of them I just like, how is this even cool? I don't like this. I mean, Io Skies is cool. I like hers. But I mean, you got even for Rhea Ripley's, you even got Motionless and White doing their theme. I think that's awesome. There needs to be more. I mean, Charlotte Flair, she could change hers up. I mean, that whole "Long Live the Queen," that's cool. But the So come on, we need something to stand out. We need these wrestlers picking different themes to stand out. That's what I want. I want that to come back. Anyway, let's get into the match. I have a little rant about that. But yeah, Becky's got a new theme from the Wonder Years. Great. This was a great no DQ match. They used the weapons. You even had Bailey come in and try to interfere and help. And then she was kind of struggling because Becky was kind of like, yo, remember 4 horsewomen, you and me. Come on, let's put her in her place. Come on, let's do this. And then she was kind of conflicted there for a minute. She was like, yeah, so are we going to see a Bailey heel turn and she might join with Becky? Maybe. And they can maybe even get Charlotte Flair to tag along. I don't know. But she was conflicted. She didn't really capitalize. Becky capitalized on that and attacked Bailey. And then later on, Bailey attacked Becky back. And then Becky got out of it, and she got in the ring, and she went for the pin. Bailey was trying to get in and break it up, and it was too late. And then Becky won. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch retained the title. So now Lyra Valkyria cannot challenge for the Intercontinental Women's Championship again as long as at least Becky is the Intercontinental Women's Champion. So we'll see where this leads. I think it might lead to a Becky versus Bailey match here down the road for the Intercontinental title, and that might set up Bailey winning, and that might set up Lyra going after Bailey. Now you have this storyline going on, her basically costing the title, and now who knows, Lyra might turn heel. So different kind of ways this can go. Now we got the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa, the United States Champion, versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Good steel cage match, in my opinion. It was about 10-ish minutes long, but still a solid match. Fatu's moonsault from the top of the cage, man, that was wild. And risky. I love Jacob Fatu, though. If that man ain't a world champion in the next few years, that's going to be a bad for WWE, in my opinion. Jacob Fatu is a hot attraction as well in the future, in my opinion. I say after Roman Reigns retires, Jacob Fatu can be probably the new tribal chief or Solo. These two are the future, Solo and Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa is getting better. He is developing. He is improving. So we'll see in Solo Sikoa in the future as well as a WWE or world champion. I think that would be good. But these two had a great, solid match. Even had the Bloodline getting in and trying to interfere. Jimmy coming out for the help of Jacob Fatu, but still wasn't enough. Solo Sikoa retained, escaping the cage. And now we got Solo, still the United States champion. So what's next for Jacob Fatu? What's next for Solo? Does it say in here? Does it into a bloodline type warfare match, a Survivor Series? You're like, hey, how can there be a bloodline? Well, you got Jimmy and Jacob obviously on the same side. Maybe they can get Jay, or there's word going around, Zilla Fatu. Imagine Zilla Fatu coming in the aid and helping Jacob Fatu and Jimmy to fight off Tunga Loau, Hikalu, or Tunga, or the other guy. I'm trying to remember his name. And Solo Sikoa in a 6-man tag team match. Imagine that. I think that would be a good match in itself as well. Let's see, what's this guy's name? I gotta get his name. Bother me. Let's see. You had all these run-ins though by the Bloodline. JC Mateo, Tangaloa. That'd be good. Yeah, you can get some good matches out of here, Bloodline. Maybe you get that in the future at the Survivor Series. Because you got JC Mateo as well. You got Tangalao. You got Solo Sokoa. Then you got Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso. I mean, you can get Zilla Fatu involved, maybe even Jay Uso. But I don't know if we'll see that again. But this is really maybe we can take a break from this bloodline warfare with Jacob and Solo. They can do something else. Again, Jacob, maybe you competing for the world title. Maybe not yet, but one day. But Solo's doing good. The United States Championship. Maybe we see some new challengers. Maybe like Obafemi. Solo and Obafemi would be great. So now we got the Intercontinental Championship match with Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. And I love the Eddie Guerrero tribute by AJ coming out. And also the gear. You got Styles Heat shirt on, the Eddie Guerrero tribute gear. This was also like the, I think, 20th year anniversary since they had the Bray versus Eddie match for the ladder match, and who had custody of Dominic. So seeing the tribute in this, a lot of tribute, not only with the entrances, the ring gear, but inside the ring with the wrestling when they had the chair shot, the chair thing, that one was funny. Dominic tried to do the Eddie thing where he smacked the ring through the chair. AJ fell on the ground. The ref was still kind of like, what it, trying to recover. And then AJ put the chair around his neck and laid it down. And the ref turned around. They're both on the ground. He's like, what the heck did I make of this? I thought that was awesome. That was really cool. Dominic Mysterio, though, ends up winning and retaining the Intercontinental Championship. I did not see coming. I was really thinking AJ Styles was going to win, and get his Intercontinental title run. Did not happen. So now Dominic Mysterio has a chance to go on and be a double champ when he challenges for the Triple A Mega Championship next weekend on the 16th at Triple Mania. So we'll see how that goes. I think that would be great. Double belt Dom. So we'll see. Then we have Stephanie McMahon coming out and letting people know it's great to see Stephanie McMahon, the queen of WWE, back in WWE. Seeing her more involved in WWE as of late. And she returned and announced the combined attendance for SummerSlam from night 1 and night 2. It was like 113,000 something, 114,000 something. So that was cool. That's a big crowd for SummerSlam, night 1 and night 2. I mean, WWE, again, great crowds out, especially at these PLEs, SummerSlam, largest attendance in SummerSlam history. I mean, can't get any bigger than that. But this was a great SummerSlam, night 1 and night 2. I mean, night 2 was a lot better, but night 1 was good as well. So then here is the main event. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in a street fight for the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes' entrance and beginning with it was like a promo of Dusty Rhodes way back in the day. And then he comes up from the entrance ramp, up from the floor, kind of like Undertaker used to. And then that awesome headgear that he has, that skull, just love it. The entrance was fantastic by Cody Rhodes. And then out comes John Cena. And at first it does the black John Cena background. And then it hits with the colors. And it's also it's like New York Giants colors theme for John Cena. And he comes out. He's back to the original John Cena. I love it. I did not like, real quick, I did not like John Cena's heel run. Did not like his heel WWE title run. It could have been so much better had not The Rock and Travis Scott gotten involved. I mean, honestly, The Rock and Travis Scott getting involved in Elimination Chamber and not following up at all with John Cena, it ruined, in my opinion. I mean, John Cena made the best of it and did what he could and did really well at selling this heel gimmick story with the WWE Championship. But it could have been so much better, or we had not even had a heel Cena run. But it could have been so much. I mean, the promos John Cena did was great. Again, John Cena did great at it. I just say the story of it with The Rock's involvement and everything, they kind of saved it with what they did with Cena's promos and everything like that. But it could have been just so much better, in my opinion. In my opinion, had John Cena win dirty at Elimination Chamber, Cody kind of call him out on it, like, hey, he goes out instead of congratulating him. He goes out and be like, what was that, Cena? What was that? And then Cena makes some kind of excuse, and that's kind of the end of the show. Then the next few promos, Cena and Cody. I mean, Cody keeps still keep jabbing Cena with that, about what he did at Elimination Chamber. You're going to do that to me. You're going to do it to me at WrestleMania to win this title. You're really going to stoop that low, those kind of promos. And then at WWE and at WrestleMania, have him win dirty over Cody, and then that could start that heel run. And I just thought that could have been way better than The Rock coming. I mean, The Rock came in with the story because I love seeing The Rock. I love Rock. But if he came and followed up with the story, and he followed up, I didn't care for Travis Scott. We could get Travis Scott out there. But if we had The Rock come up with the story, solid, coming in and having a solid story with it, and with Cena like selling the soul to The Rock or something. I mean, he didn't even have to do the whole soul selling thing. He could have just had it to where Rock helps Cena and Cena win the title, maybe follow up with it a little bit after at Backlash, and then there you go. Or maybe you did follow up Backlash, just let it ride out till SummerSlam. And I honestly thought Cody Rhodes was going to turn heel tonight. I thought that's what I was going to win. He was going to do the heel move this time. Full circle. It comes around. And that's how he's going to do it. But I did like the win. Even though Cody didn't turn heel. A lot of people were upset. Blah, blah, blah. Again, the complaints. But I loved how they ended the night here when, Cody, they had a great match. Great street fight. And then the moment where Cena came up from the bottom of that where Cody entered and he was holding Cody in the AA and he did the AA on the ramp. That was a fantastic moment. Fantastic. But then Cena putting Cody on the table. Cody taking off the bottom rope there, unscrewing it and using it on Cena. I mean, you had all these great spots in there. But this match was fantastic. From top to finish, start to end. You had Rose do that Cody cutter onto with Cena onto the tables, and then he hit the crossroads on them. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then that ending there to where the emotional ending. Cody was in tears, and then when Cena was talking in his ear, he was like, "Now you're the guy. You're the guy. You're the guy now." That's basically what he's saying. That's what I think he was saying. And then Cody having his moment with Cena, calling him back over, is like, no, raising his hand, but just a show of respect between the two. That was awesome. That was a good way to end it. Then Cody leaves the ring, lets Cena have his moment. Cena's thanking the crowd, enjoying the moment. Then he starts to exit, and then you hear the famous music. And then out comes the beast, Brock Lesnar. That's right. We got Brock Lesnar back at WWE. He comes back, he's circling the ring, staring down Cena. Cena staring down Rock. Cena has gone down to say that Brock was his greatest rival. Excuse me, y'all. And then you had uh, them just stare each other down for a few moments. And then Brock gets in the ring. Cena goes to tap Brock. Brock dodges it, gets him in the F5, hits the F5 on Cena, and that was it. We're getting Brock Lesnar versus John Cena at Clash in Paris. It got to be at Clash in Paris. Maybe. Yep, got to be Clash in Paris. Got to be Clash. I was thinking maybe another Crown Jewel PLE or Survivor Series, but that's way too far away. It's got to be at Clash in Paris. I'm just thinking, man, this is going to be cool. Seeing Brock Lesnar and John Cena one more time. I remember way back in 2011 when Cena lost to The Rock. He comes out, he's giving that promo, blah, blah, blah. And then Brock Lesnar's music hit at the end to go out there. And I had to rewatch it after this, after last night. I rewatched it. And to see him go, like, to shake Cena's hand, and he hits the F5 on him. And then, it starts their rivalry. But Cena and Brock Lesnar one more time. I love it. Sign me up. Can't wait to see Cena versus Brock Lesnar one last time. We had some memorable moments with Cena. I would just wish Edge can be involved. But he's over in AEW, so it's not going to happen. I wish we could have got Edge involved, maybe even Big Show. But this is going to be cool seeing Brock versus Cena. And I'm curious, who would really be Cena's last match? I mean, I'm thinking maybe AJ Styles. I won't mind. Who would be Cena's last match? What if we get for Cena's last match, it is The Rock? What if? What if we get Cena versus Rock 3? It's a thought. Probably won't happen. But it's a thought. I'm just curious who would Cena's last match would be. I mean, we got Brock Lesnar now. But who else? Can't do Undertaker. I don't think Undertaker's going to come out of retirement. Maybe. For Cena, he might. But I doubt it. But who could Cena's comment? Let me know in the comments. Who would Cena's last match would be? Just let me know. This was a great SummerSlam, in my opinion. One of the greatest we had in a long time. I mean, last year's was really good, but I thought this one was way better. This was a fantastic, from top to bottom, night 1, night 2. I thought this was a fantastic PLE. I love the PLE. I love the 2-night deal. Thought this was great. This was fun to watch. And then seeing the return of Brock Lesnar. Seeing the return of Brock Lesnar. I mean, that's just in itself it's a big controversy. A lot of controversy around Brock Lesnar right now. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved in it. It is what it is. Y'all can say what you want in the comments, but be respectful. But Brock Lesnar returning at SummerSlam and coming back is great. I can't wait to see this, what kind of story this goes as well. Where it leads us to. Can't wait to hear Brock's promo. Maybe it come out on Friday night when Cena gets his promo. I just can't wait. Can't wait for Brock Lesnar versus John Cena at one last time. They had memorable feuds back in the day, memorable matches. This one's going to be another one. Can't wait. Well, everyone, I appreciate everybody who came in the comments. I really do. Hundred and just like that, the number 113,722. 722. Great night for WWE. I really enjoyed again night 1 and night 2 of this. I'm glad I got to go and rewatch it. I'll rewatch it again. I thought this was a really good SummerSlam. Again, Brock Lesnar's back. Brock Lesnar's back. If you're gonna comment, be respectful. Be respectful. Don't anything disrespectful. Any FUs or anything like that in the comments. Be respectful. If you have a issue with Brock returning, that's okay. Yeah, everyone has a right to their opinion. But again, be respectful. But I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm a Brock Lesnar fan. He's cool. I like it. We'll see. We're also is in place for Brock Lesnar after seeing talk for Gunther. Some talk for Braun Breaker. Ooh, that'd be a great match. Bronson Reed. Brock. I don't think the ring can handle it. Jacob Fatu and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and Jacob Fatu. Oba Fimi and Brock Lesnar would be a great match. Heck, even JC Mateo and Brock Lesnar would be a good one. Man, I can go on and on. There's a few big guys I like to see Brock Lesnar face. But again, this was a great showing. Thank you. Like this video. I appreciate it. Comment what you think of SummerSlam Night 1 and Night 2. Let me know what you think. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe. Again, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. 1,000. I'm at 133 right now. So help me get up there. Let's get to 200 here soon. I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. It's a goal. Now follow me also on X, Twitter, Aaron Loves Wrestling, TikTok, Instagram, Threads. Give me a like, subscribe, follow. Thank you everyone for joining. And just remember, everybody, doesn't matter what company you love, in the tribalism, be respectful, show some love and kindness to everyone. And just remember, love professional wrestling. Peace out, y'all.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing